G'day ice cream lovers, Steve Christensen here, the self-appointed headmaster of Scoop School and purveyor of ice cream information. Nice to have you on board here this episode of the vlog/podcast. Look, there are a lot of great companies that make this free content available to you every single day. One of them is Green Mountain Flavors. Thank you, Stan, and all of the crew there at Green Mountain Flavors. They're based up Michigan, I think. Wisconsin or Michigan. Anyway, go to their website, greenmountainflavors.com. A link is under here. A lot of very, very good all-natural flavors, all-natural colors. They do a great job. Tell Stan that Steve, the self-appointed headmaster of Scoop School, sent you. Now, I want to talk a little bit about production, ice cream production. And if you are running a soft serve machine or a frozen custard machine, most of your customers can see what you're doing with your machine. You're putting your mix in the top, you're extracting it out the front. But for those of you who are in the batch freezing process, making your own ice cream, gelato, sorbetto, sorbets, water ices, you're more than likely using a batch freezer, and you're more than likely using it in what we call a batch room in the back of your business. So, should you allow your customers, should you punch a big hole in the window, in the wall there, put a window in and allow your customers to see your process? I say yes, under certain conditions. If you've got the ability to do that and actually physically have a window there, I think it's great to be able to have that there because your customers can see that you're making product fresh on site. How do you remedy that if you don't have a wall that you can put a window in? Well, there's two things you can do. You can either just make a video of you making different products and have it on a constant loop, or you can have a live feed where your ice cream maker's in there and he's making different products, he or she, and there's a live feed on your website or a live feed into your store of product that's being made right there at the moment. And it's very engaging. People love to see this open kitchen concept. They love to see where their food comes from, and it applies directly to frozen desserts. Two things that you need to be aware of. The first of which is you don't want people to see the process if your process is messy. And using a batch freezer sometimes can be very messy, particularly if you're batching straight after. So if you're using a batch freezer to make your vanillas, then your cookies and cream, then your birthday cakes, and then you're rolling into strawberry and blueberry and raspberry, and over time and over each batch, you tend to spill a little bit, some drops on the floor or dribbles down the front of the machine. You do want to make sure that people are being exposed to a production process that is neat and tidy. And sometimes I think as ice cream makers using batch freezers, we can do a little bit better job of making sure our area is neat and tidy. So you don't want to see, you don't want to have your customers see people who are basically making ice cream and making a mess. The second is you don't want to give away any of your proprietary information. So if you've got your Green Mountain flavor extract sitting on the shelf there and all of your other flavors and purees and pastes and suppliers, you don't want a potential competitor coming in and looking through the window there and seeing all of the things that you have there that you use to make great quality ice cream. So I really do think that if you've got the ability to show people your process, if you're making your own ice cream, you need to do it. Either put a window in there. You may need to also schedule ice cream makers to work in the afternoon and evening, because there's no point in spending, I don't know, $5,000 to punch out a wall and put a window in, and then all of your production happens between 5 o'clock in the morning and 8 o'clock in the morning. You want to make sure that you've got an ice cream maker in there that's wearing a nice chef coat, hair net, gloves, the whole food safety process, and you want people to be able to see that process in play. Or you stream it live, or you create basically a promo video or a sizzle, as they call in the business, to be able to show people that process. Make sure you're neat and tidy. People don't want to see your mess, and make sure that you put all your proprietary flavor profiles and supplier bottles, supplier labels away. So that's about it. Pretty easy one today. Look, again, thank you to Stan Sitten and all the crew there at Green Mountain Flavors. We really appreciate your support. Go to scoopschool.com. There's just so much information there about upcoming classes, about consulting, about even just jumping on the phone and having a chit chat about your concept. It's all there at scoopschool.com. Keep on scooping. We'll see you in the next video.